Jon Bernthal thinks it's racist to be scared of pit bulls. So, Jon Bernthal, if you don't know him, he's from Walking Dead, pretty popular in there. Also plays Punisher in the Marvel Universe. I actually like him. I just watched Spider-Man this past Friday, day it released. I liked his role in that. I think he's a pretty good actor. Nothing against him personally, but he was on the Howard Stern show saying that pit bulls are the greatest, and they're no riskier than other breeds, dismissing caution as completely ridiculous. Now, the data kind of says otherwise. Data from trackers like dogbites.org, so a whole website based off dog bites, shows that pit bulls linked to 536 U.S. fatal attacks from 2005 to 2024, far outpacing other breeds, while critics calling it breed realism, while supporters stress training and individual temperament. So, of course, the argument's always, it's not the dog, it's not the owner. So let's take a look at him actually voicing this opinion.
My dogs are the greatest, and they're
so
unbelievably
the myth of the pit bull is a lot of bullshit.
People got to stop that shit.
They got to stop.
People got to stop that.
Pit bulls don't attack.
No, man. Yeah. It's just racism. It's just dog racism. I think to be afraid of a breed of dog is completely ridiculous. It's like being afraid of somebody for their race or their sexual orientation. It's completely ridiculous. And I think if you see somebody, look, if a pit
comparing dogs to humans is a bit wild, and they say. He's saying that's wrong to be scared of a pit bull. Pit bulls alone, I mean, they're scary dogs. Even dogs who aren't harmless are scary dogs. They're scary creatures. Dogs who are big dogs, who usually don't look happy all the time, even if they are happy or not. I think it's just human nature to be scared of an animal like that.
Bite you, it's gotta suck. You know what I mean? But they're no more likely to bite you than a Chihuahua or any other breed of dog. And
yeah, Chihuahuas will bite you, but a Chihuahua won't rip your arm off. It won't rip your head off. It won't really ruin your life, or I'm sure it could in some rare cases. But once again, a Chihuahua is not likely going to rip your arm off. It's not likely going to kill you. A little Chihuahua bites you. You can do anything with a little Chihuahua. Flick it off. Do whatever. A pit bull, well, once that thing has a bite on you, you're pretty much cooked. I mean, I have a little Chihuahua. She can be a little nasty sometimes, but I'm not scared of the Chihuahua. She's like this big. What's she going to do to me? Nothing. Give me a little cut on my finger. What's a pit bull going to do? Take my whole finger off. Take my hand off. So people always say that, Chihuahuas are aggressive too. Yeah, but Chihuahuas are not going to kill me. That's how it is.
More to do with who owns them and how they were trained.
Yeah, I think that a lot of knuckleheads, unfortunately, are attracted to that breed of dog. And to me, when I see some wannabe gangster getting pulled down the Venice Beach by his pit bull, and I'm like, you feed that fucker, and he's pulling you down the, to me, that's not manly or strong at all.
He has a point there.
I think you got to train your dog.
You get the point. So he has a point there. Let's put this off. So he has a point. I mean, I love dogs. I own 3 dogs. I'm a huge dog lover. One of them is a Chihuahua, and she's a very sweet dog, but she's definitely, could be aggressive around food, especially with the other 2 dogs that I have. I get that. Once again, if she was to ever attack me, thankfully she hasn't yet, I could just pick her up, throw her over to the couch, not harmful at all. Not scared of a little Chihuahua. Not scared of really little dogs at all. Now, could they give you a little bite on the finger that would hurt? Yeah, but once again, I'm not scared of my Chihuahua ripping my finger off. A pit bull in their case, well, if a pit bull was to attack me and get a good grip on me, I might be cooked. I mean, that's the reality. We take a look at pit bull attack stats right here. Pit bull dog types are involved in the majority of reported fatal dog attacks. So that's just the facts in the U.S., accounting for roughly 60 to 65% of recorded human fatalities over multi-year tracking periods. According to tracking data from groups like dogbite.org, pit bulls killed 345 Americans over a 15-year period, representing over 65% of all fatal attacks where a breed was identified. Medical studies, including reports in clinical pediatrics, so that's important to note. Children are usually, the target with a lot of pit bulls because they're smaller and they can't really defend themselves as much as adults could, indicate that pit bull bites are statistically associated with higher medium injury severity scale score, higher hospital charges, and a higher risk of multiple anatomical bite locations compared to other breeds. So we see stories all the time, children getting attacked, killed. I saw a video a couple of months ago, didn't see the actual video happening, but I saw a police report of somebody getting eaten alive by pit bulls in their yard. I mean, come on now. Now, could all dogs do this? Absolutely. I'm not arguing that. But is a pit bull more likely to do it? Yes, and that's the facts. I like all dogs. I'm not specifically hating pit bulls, but you got to be realistic here and say that, yeah, pit bulls are accounting, as we're seeing right here, 60 to 65% of recorded human fatalities. Okay, it's a serious issue. Now, there's a movement also in America that says ban pit bulls. I'm not really going to go that far, but I could understand. I completely understand. It's not, racist to call it out. Pit bulls cause the most problems. You see a dog attack on the news, 9 times out of 10 it's probably going to be a pit bull. You see videos all the time of pit bulls not only attacking humans, but attacking little dogs. And once they get that grip, they're usually not letting go. Okay, by the time they do let go, severe life-changing damage to whoever it was biting. It's a serious problem. Once again, to call it racism is a bit far-fetched. I think you have to be realistic here and say that pit bulls are usually going to be more aggressive, more likely to attack you. It's how it is. Now, I can still stand behind people who say that it's not the dog, it's the owner. And sure, people who own pit bulls a lot of times they're not good owners. They get the dog because they're scary, tough dogs. They're usually cheap. They're usually always in the SPCA because a lot of owners get rid of them for certain reasons. So they're usually easy to access. They're usually cheaper, just how it is. So people get pit bulls more often. And yeah, there's some terrible owners out there. And there's definitely some sweet pit bulls out there who are nice pit bulls. 100%. I'm not saying that. But you have to be realistic here and say that, stop comparing dogs to humans. Stop comparing dogs to chihuahuas. Or I should say, stop comparing pit bulls to chihuahuas. And stop calling it racism. Because it's not racism. Don't even try to go there. Dog racism, that's not a thing. If I see a dog like a pit bull, unchained, off the leash, I'm going to be scared for my life. I'd be scared too with a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler or a Great Dane or a Golden Retriever. Honestly, I really wouldn't be scared of a Golden Retriever. But I really wouldn't be as scared of those dogs as I would be a pit bull. Why? Because you see the stats, you see the stories. Every time you hear of a story, it's always a pit bull. My friend's dad walking down the street with a dog. The pit bull was on the porch, gated, attacked through the gate, ran down the steps, tried to attack the dog, and attacked my friend's dad. I mean, that thing was hunting. It was a pit bull. It is what it is. Everybody has their stories. Everybody has their concerns, but I think it's valid to be realistic here and say that, yeah, pit bulls are a big problem, but it is what it is. I'm not on the train to say ban pit bulls. I'm just saying be realistic here. Make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. If you're offended, you're offended. It is what it is. I'm a nice guy still. Make sure to leave a like, comment. I'm out, guys. Peace.